King DJ Tricks here. You know what time it is. Stock pick of the week. We're gonna be dropping these every day, 8:30 a.m. right before market opens for you guys. Pre-market for most of you. If you guys are on the West Coast, it's a little bit later. But for the East Coast guys, Eastern time, 8:30 every Monday. I'm gonna be dropping the stock pick of the week. And Monday to Friday, I'm going to be dropping different videos on different stuff like GME news, etc, etc. Yes, I'm one of the GME OGs. You guys probably know that if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. I'm getting into the Reddit, but we'll get into that later. So Friday, we're definitely going to be putting out, the top gainers of the week. And we'll look through them and see why they went up. Maybe we can find some gems in there, right? So this is the pick of the week. Monday, April 12th. Today's Sunday, so for tomorrow, it's BFI, BurgerFi International. I'm gonna go through step by step what I like, why I like it. I haven't found much that would make me say I wouldn't want to put a lot of money into this. Besides the fact that it's food, it's a restaurant, so there's so much competition. But they have a lot of solid things here that I enjoy. If you look at the high here, 52 weeks, 1992. And let's go 5 years, give you an idea. So if you look at its height, June, right? So summertime, April, which we are right now, this is last year during COVID. So look at this. September, people are home, I guess, going back to college in certain places. Sports starting. Christmas, right before Christmas time. Let me see. Alright, so just to give you an idea, so currently it's right here. So you have a large gap, and initially when I saw it, it was around the $13 mark. I could have got in a little earlier, my bad, but I had some other things that I had to get into. I want to talk about those with you guys. The other stocks that I have that can potentially be some secret weapons out here, man. Super gems. So I didn't get it as a SPAC. Unfortunately, we can't always get stock at its lowest point. It's like walking into a grocery store. You're always gonna find a whole bunch of things that you're not interested in, unless somebody calls or hits you up and says, "Hey, man, you gotta try these chips or whatever." Oh, I'll try it. And one day you actually go to Walmart and you pick it up and you enjoy them or you don't enjoy them. It's the same thing with stock. So one of my GME OGs that I was in there with when no one believed us that the stock was going to go to where it went to, he introduced this to me, and I said, you know what, I'll look into it, and I like it. So forget about the volume and other stuff. That's not necessary for now. So looking at this, technicals, neutral, right? And you want to probably get around here at some points. I like to get when people start selling heavily, especially if I really, really believe in a company, because then I want to get it as cheap as possible. Red doesn't always mean that the company is not worth nothing. It could just mean that people are undervaluing it. People need to get their money out. Bad news reports. That's secret plans from different companies. It's all BS. I don't really look into those too much. I look past that sometimes more than anything. I look past those articles. So let's go through the big dogs, right? Now I'm around here, and the amount of shares that I have currently, I'm gonna buy a shitload of contracts for 2023. Initially I'm looking to hold this for at least 2 to 3 years, but 3 to 4 I'm expecting to at least see $40 to $50 for this, and that's the minimum. I'm going to explain why I came up with that in a second, but just to give you an idea, these guys all purchased after the actual the merger happened, right? Because it was a SPAC. Oh, who has the most here? So right here, Lion Point Capital. I kind of looked into what their portfolio is all about. I like them. They seem legit. They're a $1 billion hedge fund or capital, so that's pretty good, right? they really believe in it. They have more money than all of us, so if they're putting that much money into it, why aren't you? So I'm looking to be around here before summer, and then I'll skim back maybe a little bit to around here and then move the rest somewhere else, or I might just keep it. I'm still debating on it. I've been thinking about it a lot. So currently I have about 10 to 11,000 shares of it. Let's go through the competition that I was trying to talk about earlier to give you an idea. Now, when you look at restaurants, right, especially restaurants like this, you want to look at, how diverse the menu is. Now, for Wingstop, it's wings. Yeah, they have different sauces. It's just wings, right? I'm vegan, so I've never tried them. I'm sure they're pretty good. I think they're boneless wings. Who wouldn't like boneless wings, right? The sauces, I've heard it all. But they have Rick Ross on there. Drake has made records. I'm pretty sure they'll have so many other artists promoting it and helping it out. I'm not sure if Rick Ross is a part of the company as a board member, but I do know he owns a lot of franchises, which is huge, especially for an investor, right? So going back 5 years, I probably heard about Wingstop maybe around this point. And this is kind of where we are now, right? This is where we are right now. And it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And then they had this crazy little time period here, which was March of last year, and it never looked back. It's at $137 now. You want to know why? Because a lot of people are ordering online, and I've heard they had a dividend last year. They don't have a dividend now. They have to stop the dividend. But they'll definitely put that back in. I'm not sure what it was. Could be 8 cents. I'm not sure. I'll look into that later. Just giving you an idea of the stock price. 52 weeks, right? And where's the cap? 4 billion. Now let's look at Chipotle, right? This one is unbelievable, guys. Chipotle. Okay. $2.49. Look at that. Look where it's at right now. 1,500. Look at the market cap. You know what I mean? So their earnings are coming up pretty soon. Let's check Wingstop's earnings. They should all be around this month pretty much. That's later in the month. Alright, so just to give you an idea, guys. So Chipotle, I'm going to put a video here of the CEO. He was on CNBC maybe 2-3 months ago, speaking about a concept that they have where you would simply just order your food, come in, pick it up, and leave. And BurgerFi has something that they call ghost kitchens, which I'm not sure if that's a normal, regular term for restaurants, but from what I've seen, that's the new wave where people would be able to order from Grubhub or Uber Eats, etc., and they'll just come through, pick up the food, or you can pick it up individually as yourself and walk right out. And the smaller spacing, it's just cook, package, out. That's it.
You talked about Chipotle, but what about these digital-only restaurants that you were telling us about, that you were starting to experiment with, the sort of ghost kitchens, as they're called? How's that going? And are plans changing in terms of the scale for you of those kind of businesses now that we are getting to the other side with a vaccine?
Yeah, look, the digital kitchen that we just opened in upstate New York, just outside of the military academy, West Point, was in the works well before the pandemic. And we view it as an alternative format. We'll continue to build regular Chipotles with Chipotlanes. We'll do digital kitchens. We'll do Chipotlane only. We want to figure out how we can get the right asset execution into the trade area so that we can give the most people possible access to Chipotle. So we've got one digital kitchen up and running. It's off to a really good start. We plan to continue to use the format where it makes sense. And then the thing that's great is it's another tool in our portfolio to give Chipotle the ability to build 5,000-6,000 restaurants across the United States.
and that's gonna be amazing for for anyone that is involved in these companies. You won't have like the hedge funds or different people, bearish people, believing that these companies aren't going to be worth what they're normally worth because of COVID, right? Hopefully that COVID situation goes away and the stock market would be back to normal. Well, it's not, well, in some places, some people don't want that, you know what I mean? But in these places, you definitely want that. Let's go through the PowerPoint, right? One day I'm going to go through these and what these guys have done in their careers before they ended up here to kind of give you an idea of where the company is going to head. I won't do that right now. This will be in the description box below, so you're going to see moneymondays.net. I'll put it next to it, PowerPoint presentation. You click on it, download it, read through it, see if you like it or not. I don't want to force anyone to buy anything. I'm just giving you advice on why I like this company and why maybe it's a good investment for you to put some money into it. Let's say you buy 1,000 shares, you won't regret it. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you know. So this is kind of how it looks like on the East Coast. Their headquarters are in Florida, so they pretty much run that area. I've seen them in Texas. Well, they're in Texas, but in Nashville, Tennessee, and other places. So we're gonna go through that right now. Founded in 2011. Franchise count, corporate unit count. Lunch 40. This is gonna increase by far. Dinner, that's amazing. The alcohol is going to increase as well. They're looking to be in the campuses, so college campuses, universities. That's going to be huge, guys. Airports, solid. But I prefer campuses for this, and especially stadiums. If you can get them in like stadiums in Nashville or even in New York, the Jets Stadium or something like that, that would be amazing, man, to see that in there. So they have non-alcoholic, all alcoholic beverages, alcoholic beverages, fries, onion rings, burgers, sandwiches. So they pretty much have a large variety of things. It's kind of what you want in a restaurant. You guys can look through this. This is pretty good stuff, right? This is what you want from a company that you're investing into. Look at the images. They do a really good job with the marketing. Now this is the part that kind of got me interested into it. You guys know that I'm green, I'm vegan, mentally, the way I think, my brain is processed. I like green. Not shit, well, money is multicolor where I'm from, but I like green, right? I like the idea of, clean energy, recycling, reusable, reducing annual water consumption is a huge part of what I'm looking to do myself. And the plastics, I have a pretty good spec for you guys here. It's pretty expensive for most. It's in the $30 range now. I got it in the 20s. I'm gonna load up a lot more in the next couple of weeks. I'll give you guys that one as well. Recycling their cooking oil, it's pretty good. LED lights, energy efficientness, the fans, furnishing, wood walls, no antibiotics ever. That's pretty good, right? So look into this. These are their competitors. Now I use the Chipotle example and the Wingstop example mainly because for Wingstop, they don't have like a large menu like these guys do. These guys have plant-based protein, they have antibody-free beef, they have so many different things on their menu that I'm going to show you right now, which pretty much whoops all these guys out of here. And they have a large celebrity influence that's growing. I'm going to show you a tweet from Chad Ochocinco I was told Snoop Dogg is getting involved. I'm not sure about that. Maybe one day we can get an interview with him and see where that is. But Martha Stewart is there, and if you know her, she's huge on cooking. If you don't know who that is, that's okay, but I'm letting you know right now, she's pretty big. So for them to have her on the board is pretty huge for this company. And Snoop and her are very close friends, so maybe he's actually involved, right? Eco-friendly, blah blah blah. Now looking at the deliveries, right, and I'm kind of mad about this because I had an opportunity to get Uber under 20 bucks. I waited to see if it was gonna dip a lot lower. It didn't. I'm kind of pissed off about that, but you gotta have quarterback. Okay, you don't want to have like a Tony Romo mentality, but when you throw an interception, you know, like like Jameis Winston or one of those guys, you know what I mean? You don't want to have quarterback memory, just 50 picks in a year. You don't want to do that. But I definitely treat it in that sense where, you know, I make a mistake or I miss out on something and I try to find another way to be involved in it. So this is my other opportunity. I'm definitely going to get some contracts on Uber as well pretty soon. So look out for that. I'm going to make a video on that. So these are under construction. Existing. They're trying to move more to the West Coast. Look at the ghost kitchens, right? Now, in my mind, when I heard about the ghost kitchens, I knew they were going to take over the West Coast, and the East Coast were going to have more of the actual, you know, restaurants, right? And the reason is because the population in a lot of these areas it's insane, right? And so is rent or leasing and stuff like that, and people are more on the go in a lot of these places. So I know when you move more in the New York area, ghost kitchens might be something that will be heavy there as well, but I really do believe they're more of like a walk-in, order, sit down and relax type of people than it is on the West Coast. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I do believe there'll be a lot more ghost kitchens around the West Coast than you would see on the East Coast. That's just me. And you're definitely going to see a lot more in this area too very, very soon. Trust me on this. I had a conversation with someone about this not too long ago. Don't be shocked if you see a BurgerFi in Toronto in the next 2 years. Guaranteed. As you guys can see, they got pretty good, you know, marketing. CEO, pretty good names of the burgers. Beyond Meat Burger. Look at that. So they supply everybody, vegetarians, vegans, people that want to eat meat and have, you know, quality beef, chicken. I wonder if they do this to every burger. That would be pretty cool. They have hot dogs. So I mean, they pretty much cater to everybody.
And then we're gonna go and begin to devour. All right, so what we got here is we got the fries, a couple shakes, some drink. Their hot dog is a Wagyu beef. Then we've got the chicken fingers. We've got, I think they gave us an extra burger, but I got the double cheeseburger, the vegan burger. I think they might have given us a Beyond Meat burger, and then the BFI burger. So we've got 4 different burgers: the chicken tenders, Wagyu beef, and all that goodness. So I had one of these before, not at BurgerFi, at another restaurant. That one's actually pretty good. So there's their boxes. I want to show you one that's branded. This one is what? This is the vegan.
They look the same.
Well, yours is crusty. That one's the veggie pie.
All right, guys. So support his channel, JMac Investing. He gives you guys a great idea on what the company is doing, all the food on the menu, how it tastes. Obviously, I haven't done that yet, but I support the company, so go and support it. JMac Investing will be in the description box below. All right. Go support his channel. Onion rings. Look at that. Red velvet. Kid meals. They're definitely going to increase these or change them up a little bit. This is pretty cool, man. I mean, I like it. Clean images. So they really care about their customers, man. I really enjoy this. So franchising, let's get an idea of this. $250 per store to be developed. Minimum real estate experience. Oh wow, that's not bad for a franchise. All right. Is there anything I'm missing? They should have a prototype video. I'm going to be playing this right now. It's 2019. This is during COVID. Now I'm pretty sure they have their earnings pretty soon. Full quarter. So April 14th, I'm going to be restreaming this, guys, and playing it on my channel so you guys can listen to it. This could be pretty good for the market during this day. We'll check it out and see what happens. See if I get some contracts for that day, for that week. All right, so let's finish this. Development strategies. All right, so in 2021, this is the development strategy. Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, Orlando. So they're gonna open a lot more here. Franchise. Oh wow. So okay, that's pretty good. 15 new franchises. I was told that they're gonna have maybe 74 in total in the next year or two. I gotta look into that again. Oh wow. We will pursue international growth. They're in Puerto Rico, Kuwait. Oh wow, I gotta get some of these in Canada. Pretty cool. I'll have to franchise one of these over here. Alright, so these are the ghost kitchens that I was talking about, right? International airports, CNN Center. Look how nice that looks. Once again, this will be in the description box below. Don't be afraid to click on it, look through it. So these are reef kitchens that they consider ghost kitchens, cloud kitchens, ecosystem that connect the world to your block with a distributed real estate network, more than 5,000 locations and 10,000 logistics and real estate professionals across 50 cities. Oh wow, that was April. 1 billion. What? Remember I was telling you about the coast? It's gonna be huge there. I'm telling you right now. That's how they look like. Give you an idea. I'll zoom in. It's pretty cool. Millennial Gen Zs. So I mean, this is a pretty cool and clean presentation. All right. So I think that's all for now. You guys can definitely look it up, check into it, see how you guys feel about it. So once again, you know, Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg, Ocho Cinco tweeting about it. There'll be a lot more celebrity investors that will join. It was a SPAC, so look out for a lot more people learning about it later on and investing into it. I'm talking about the big boys, you know, the multi-million-dollar hedge funds and management companies. So look out for that, banks, etc., or you know, people have a lot of money. So you want to be able to get in before they start seeing it. And I'm telling you right now, mark my words, 3 years, 4 max for this company, $100. I'm telling you right now. Even at 80, I'll be happy with that. But I expect this to be in the hundreds. And if you don't get in now at 15, not financial advice, I'm just letting you know, at $15, $14 now, you're gonna regret it by this summer, and you're gonna regret it all 2022. I'm telling you right now. So stock pick of the week, BFI, BurgerFi International. Look it up. And yeah, man, enjoy.